Now, this is the 24mm f2.8. Do you see much difference from the 20mm? And if I hold it up, it'll take more space. So this is the third lens, f2.8. Started with an APSC. Now I'm going to finish with full frame. I'll put on the 35mm also. And the difference is, I would think the 24mm, maybe the 28, even up to a 30mm would be the max for vlogging while you're walking. Unless you've got a big selfie stick that is pretty long. I got a short tripod. Okay, so I'm showing off 3 Tamron lenses. They're all primes, all f2.8. They're compact on the ZV-E1. Excellent camera. Stabilization is at the top for a Sony. And I'm not using gyroflow or catalyst browse. I'm showing you exactly, if I happen to walk and vlog, how it would look. It's up to you what you decide is what good for your content, if you need to add the stabilization. But most cameras today, full frames do come with stabilization. The APS-Cs, you know, Fujifilm does have it, but that's the difference. So yesterday was a holiday. They're picking up the trash. No one put out the trash. You're gonna have a short day, which is a good thing. So anyway, I'm walking around. It's cold. It's about 60 degrees, and trying to debate when I'm going to cut the grass one last time. I'm waiting for all the leaves to fall before I do it, and unfortunately, they're still up. So anyway, this is 24mm. How do I look? So I'll set it down. And like I said, this is the third lens. And you see, the way I like to vlog is you just set it down and talk to it. Don't have to worry about any stabilization. It still looks good. But when you sit down, you want to kind of feel the screen. So now I'm going to show you with the 35mm. And this is the 24mm is wider, but for the length, look at the 16mm, kind of like pancake lens. This is what I started with. This is what I'm going to end it with. Okay, 35mm. Now this has a strange lens hood, which I like. It doesn't come out too much, but the lens is back enough where it should keep the sun out. Tamron makes some great lenses. I love these lenses. I like Viltrox too, and I like Sigma. And seems like Sigma and Tamron go after each other. They don't look at each other, but they do kind of like the same stuff. The only difference is Sigma's more metal and Tamron's a little bit more plastic. Still good quality lenses, okay? So what you're looking at is any distortion in the lenses, how the autofocus is working. So far as I can see, I have not seen any focus breathing. It's good. I hope the video quality is good. Usually it is. It's never failed me. And this is the Sony ZV-E1. So this is the last test. I'm going to walk around with the stabilization. Yes, I filled the whole screen, right? When you have the dynamic active, which I think is, I don't know if the A1-2 or A1-2, I mean, has active stabilization. I can't remember. It's still on pre-order on my local camera store, $6,500, but for $5,500 you can get the old A1. But this is a ZV-E1. Taking the full screen. It looks stable, but you can tell that when you vlog, it's too big. You need to see the background behind me, and my chin and my top are either hitting the top or the bottom, and you see me partly cut off. I got a small tripod and I'm walking. Image should look great because it's closer, 35 millimeter. But on a Sony, I wouldn't go anything beyond a 35 millimeter. Actually, a 28, especially with dynamic active. There are some cameras that only have active. They don't have dynamic active. So this is one up on it. Now go back here. So you see, you don't really see much while you're vlogging like you would on the 16 millimeter and 20 millimeter. And I have to stand up. But you see, I fill up the screen. This is okay if you just set it down and talk to it. Now, the only other thing I will say about the Sony cameras is on the full frame batteries, that Z100 lasts forever. So I started off with I think about 38%. I'm at 29%, and I've been recording for over, I know, at least over 10 minutes. So this is my thought. The camera's excellent for $2,100, and there might be some good deals. It does overheat, but when it's cold out and you do short clips like I'm doing, you'll have no problem. Proven point is the S9. Okay, they put time limits on there. They have a new firmware update that took it away, but it can't do long recordings like the ZV-E1. There's no time record limits, and if you keep it out of the sun, it lasts okay, but if you do more than like 30 minutes, 35, most cameras start overheating. So you have to learn to take short clips now and then. You turn it off to save your battery life, and then you start your vlog again to talk about something else. There you go. So I'm going to end it with the first lens that I've used and this video then.